The economy is getting crazier and crazier, and inflation is headed higher and higher. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is expected to release his plan in terms of what we can expect in terms of higher interest rates going forward from the Federal Reserve. And with that information, it is more and more important to create side hustles and multiple streams of income in order to survive this and also to build wealth in this new economy. Now, if you ask me, I personally feel like the Fed has actually probably made it easier to build wealth as an American, even with no assets in the current economy. And even more opportunities will be opening up in the future if you know what to look out for. Google CEO defends job cuts in automated town hall as employees demand clarity on the process. We're hearing more and more about these layoffs in corporate America, as well as retail stores like Walmart. And we actually heard from crypto exchange Gemini laying off 10% of their workforce in their latest rounds of cuts. Now, in this video, I want to share with you guys 7 different dividend stocks that can help you toward reaching your goals of financial freedom. I think that at this point, even in this current economy, depending upon where you live where you happen to live in the country, $3,000 a month in passive income could certainly help you to either not have to work anymore or at least significantly cover the bulk of your expenses. Maybe you've got a rent payment, mortgage payment, car payments. Most people probably have a rent or mortgage payment, probably around $2,000. So if you're making $3,000 a month, most people will probably at least have their rent payment paid with that much money. And I believe that you can leverage these dividend stocks that I'm going to share with you to reach your goal of $3,000 per month in passive income. Now, in addition, the layoffs don't stop there. We've already heard from Shopify. Shopify is cutting 6% of their workforce, and this came out from their CEO, Daniel Ek. And a lot of these CEOs, they're letting people go just completely from afar, meaning these CEOs, they're probably scared of their employees. I'm willing to bet these CEOs, they're doing these layoffs through Zoom sessions and virtual rooms because they're concerned about making it to the parking lot safely. What other means would support doing things like this? Most businesses, even today, they do town hall meetings and such, and we're not seeing that in 2022 or 2023. Now, egg prices rose 60% in 2022. And we're still expecting that food prices will continue to go higher, even though inflation is coming down. Inflation coming down merely means that the increase of expenses and prices, the growth of the increases is supposed to slow down. But reducing inflation doesn't mean that the prices themselves are actually going to go down. So instead of eggs going up 50 cents a week, eggs may go up 40 cents a week, 30 cents a week, but they're still going up. So don't be fooled, guys. Now, Amazon is expanding their air cargo service to India, even though they're still looking to cut costs and lay people off. So it's clear to see that these companies that we find on the stock market, even your mom and pop stores, even though they're laying people off, even though they're looking to cut costs, they're still expanding their business. And what they're doing is they're trying to protect themselves so that they can expand at the earliest opportunity. And this, in my opinion, is why Amazon is expanding their reach into India. Now, with mortgage rates dropping and fees changing in the pipeline, many people are wondering if now is the right time to buy a home. Well, if you ask me, depending upon where you live, now is probably not the best time to be investing in real estate, especially if you happen to live in a vacation destination. As we approach this recession, which is primarily being forced upon us by Fed Chair Jerome Powell, more and more people, more and more families are going to be looking to cut expenses wherever possible. And if you don't live in an area where the economy is very, very strong, if you happen to live in a place in an area where the economy is greatly dependent on leisure expenses like vacationing, I personally feel like those areas will be hit the hardest by the upcoming recession. Now, let's get into the 7 best dividends or 7 best dividend paying ETFs of 2023, which in my opinion will help most people be able to, at some point in time, achieve financial freedom through investing in ETFs, stocks, real estate, building online businesses, and creating side hustles and coming up with creative methods of being able to be paid and generate income without working. A wise man once said, I think it was Warren Buffett, and he said something like, if you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Who wants to do that, right? Now, dividend investing is a great way to earn cash flow and price appreciation, but evaluating and managing a dividend portfolio of dividend stocks can be a big job. But thankfully, many dividend exchange traded ETFs can provide you with hassle-free income options. Me personally, I really like ETFs because it gives me a broad range of diversification. Many different stocks will be in any one ETF that's out on the stock market. But we're going to talk about the top 7 best ETFs, which pay dividends. And I love dividends because dividends are paid to you by the companies that we invest in. But the cool thing is you can take those dividends and have them automatically purchase additional shares, which would increase your passive income flow from the dividend payouts. But in addition to that, you can also convert, or basically there's an account setting you can make a modification into that would allow dividend payouts to be written out to you in the form of a check. So you can take your dividends and reinvest into your ETFs. You can reinvest your dividends into stocks, or you can spend that money if you need to. Now, if you have a very small investment account, I don't know if you're using E-Trade, Robinhood, M1 Finance, really doesn't matter. But if you have a small investment account, I would probably not want to pull the cash out. I would want to kind of reinvest those dividends so it can snowball into a much bigger account. And the more shares you own, the bigger your payouts will be. Now, the best dividend ETFs come from reputable fund families, of course, and let's go over some of those right now. So, JP Morgan Diversified Return International Equity ETF is paying a 5.7% dividend yield. Ticker symbol JPIN. Vanguard Short-Term Inflation Protected Securities ETF, ticker symbol VTIP, is paying 6.33%. Generous dividend there. iShares International Developed Property ETF, ticker symbol WPS, they're paying 4.59%. You've got SPDR or SPDR's S&P Global Dividend ETF, ticker symbol WDIV, paying 5.23%. Invesco S&P 500 S&P 500 high dividend, low volatility ETF, ticker symbol SPHD. One of my favorites, actually, paying out 3.72%. iShares Core High Dividend ETF, ticker symbol HDV. This is paying a dividend yield of 3.35%. And you got Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, ticker symbol VIG, paying 1.81%. Now, I just wanted to share some of these top, or depending upon who you ask, these may very well be the best ETFs for January of 2023. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know what you're investing in, and let me know what you think about 2023 in terms of the economy. Are we going to be heading deep into a recession in 2023? Or are we going to come out of this thing a lot stronger than most people have expected? Also, if you'd like to learn more about side hustles, passive income, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you made it this far, drop a like. And I wish you the best in your journey to reach financial freedom. Y'all be safe.